Hey, this is Sam Black with my first match with Shardless Agent or Shardless Sultai in Legacy. I'm on the draw against a mulligan, and I have a very solid hand here. My assumption is that I'm going to lead with Ancestral Vision, but depending on what my opponent does, I might need to lead with Thoughtseize. I can follow it up with him or Abrupt Decay and get Tasigur online pretty quickly. Against Goblin Guide, drawing Baleful's Tricks. I think that I can afford, well, I think that Vision gets really bad if I don't spend it this turn, and Thoughtseize is going to be similarly bad no matter when I cast it, and there's a chance that I'll actually just want to brainstorm it away, so I'm going to follow through with the Ancestral Vision plan. The biggest upside to the Thoughtseize plan is putting another card in my graveyard for Tasigur, but I don't think that that'll change which turn I can cast it on anyway. It could, but there's a good chance that it won't. Drawing Force of Will, which is an argument against casting Baleful's Tricks. I'm just going to pass here. Let the Goblin Guide trigger before getting a land out of my deck. Abrupt Decay. You get Bayou here, but after that I'm going to think about getting basics to play around Price or Progress, but I want to have the ability to cast Abrupt Decay and double black for him to Turok. Now, if my opponent lets me force something, or if I draw a land, I can play Tasigur. Yeah. I think that's good enough to force. Given that it makes Tasigur easier. No. Well... definitely want to play a blocker this turn. I think I thought Thoughtseize and Tasigur rather than Goyf. Although, if I... Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Does damage me either way. Let's see, my opponent can't cast Vortex. I'm gonna be at 7. If my opponent draws a land, then and I take Vortex, then it goes land, Riftbolt, suspend Searing Blaze, and then him to Turok is off. I think it's better to take Riftbolt, and then if my opponent draws a land, the Sulfuric Vortex gets played, and then him only gets Searing Blaze. Ancestral Vision's not coming down next turn. Really hope my opponent doesn't draw a land. In which case... yeah, I think I'm winning most. I think a vast majority of the time that I think I'm behind right now, and I think the vast majority of the time that I'm winning My opponent doesn't draw land, so I think I want to play for that case and take the Rift Bolt. And then play Tassiger. And land Searing Blaze here. Alright, so I lose Tassiger. The good news is that I get to him away the Vortex. Unless I draw Abrupt Decay, and then I can just let the Vortex happen. Put Tarmogoyf into play this turn to establish a clock with Tar Pit. Although I'm going to go down to 2 from the Vortex, so maybe this line's bad. Because now I'm just dead to any burn spell. So, don't want to play Brainstorm this turn. I do want to kill my opponent as soon as possible. Question is whether this is a burn spell. If this is a burn spell, then I need to hem. If it's not a burn spell, then I want a Goyf. Let's see. If I play land Goyf, hit for 5, let Vortex do 2, then Abrupt Decay Vortex. Yeah, instant and enchantment are both already in the graveyard. So 5 plus 2 is 7, and then another 10. Oh, plus the Creeping Tar Pit is lethal next turn. Alright, so I think I have to just hope that my opponent didn't and doesn't draw a burn spell. But my opponent didn't play a land last turn. Okay, if I just attack for 5, 6, 7, 10, 15, it's not lethal. Yeah, I think my best chance is Abrupt Decay Goyf. Suspend Rift Bolt. That's a good sign. Still could easily be dead to the other card. I guess, no, that's a bad sign. If my opponent suspends Rift Bolt there, it's obviously because another card's lethal, otherwise my opponent would just cast the Rift Bolt. Yep. Alright, so I'm dead to price. Alright, so I want Disfigure, and I guess I need Force of Will. I definitely don't want Thoughtseize. Let's make this a little more manageable. Maelstrom Pulse is pretty bad. It's not a good way to answer the things that he needs to answer. Vendilion Click is also not great. Liliana aspires to gain a little life. Liliana seems quite bad too. I guess I just cut 2 Lilianas for 2 Vendilion Clicks so that I can pitch them to Force of Will. Really looking for Deathrite Shamans. cast Cut is one of the expensive cards, either Maelstrom Pulse or Vendilion Click or Jace. I think it's happy about having these basics in this matchup. I think the cut here is, I'm going to cut Maelstrom Pulse, but I don't know that that's right. Oh, Golgari Charm is probably not terrible. It kills Vortex at instant speed and also kills Eidolon. I'll cut a Jace and a Vendilion Click for 2 Golgari Charms. This looks very reasonable. I guess I play a small Goyf and hope that my opponent kills it to enable these other Goyfs. But I don't think I want to chunk block with it. Guess it's time to start getting basics, or being able to get basics. And let's play one of these bigger Goyfs. Okay. So I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm at 6. Well, I've had more life, but I think that's the line. Maybe I was supposed to play Underground Sea instead of the fetch land. Then I'd be at 7. That's interesting. Oh, this is quite a little spot. Oh no, I have to cast this. Don't want to cast this. So now, if I attack with both Goyfs, my opponent just takes it and kills me. If I play anything, my opponent kills me. If I attack with one Goyf, my opponent takes it and kills me. If I attack with no Goyfs, I live. This Barbarian Ring was really perfectly awkward. As was needing to cast that other, the Ancestral Vision. Alright, so I have to pass, and then things get terrible. Yep, and now I'm dead to the Barbarian Ring. Also did that. Yeah, alright. This matchup felt pretty bad, but I don't know if it is better if I draw more Deathrite Shamans or something. Time to Feed would obviously help a lot. I have a reasonable number of creatures that turn it on. But I don't know if there's enough burn to justify it. But anyway, yeah, I'm dead. So that is the match.